you're officially residents of Minnesota.
Yeah.
You made the move from Austin. What do you like best about living here?
4 seasons.
Yeah. That is
Fall
probably.
here was spectacular.
Pretty sweet.
It
I love when
was-
people get to
Yeah.
experience
The weather.
all of fall.
Yeah.
Yeah. The fall
their
was
first-
beautiful.
yeah.
So we check in with each other once in a while. Be like, did we do the right thing? You know, like,
Yeah.
Sure.
you know, like
Smart.
how did this go? And we had dinner 2-3 weeks ago, and I just kind of told him, like, we've already experienced, like, there were a couple nights there in August. So our air doesn't work great in our upstairs. Like, we do have central air, but we only have like one intake, so the hot air just doesn't go. So there were a couple nights where it was like uncomfortable. Like it was too warm, you know, like to like get a good night's sleep. I'm like, just think, we've already experienced that when we moved here, to like a beautiful fall that seemed to kind of really last a long time, to like we're already where, you know, everything's fallen and it's kind of dead and dormant. And I'm like, we've been here 4 months, you know, like, and we've kind of already like gone through all that. I'm like,
And I
to
hear
me that
spring
was
is
really
spectacular.
fun.
I hear
Spring
spring
is
is
awesome.
gorgeous.
I just feel like we haven't been here that long to have experienced all of that already.
Yeah,
so.
Sure.
We had a snow this Halloween, and I'm told that's unusual here.
Yeah.
And
1992.
Except
Okay.
for 1 year.
Yeah.
So it's like Halloween night, we're gonna knock, and one of our neighbors, she's like, "So sorry that we brought winter to you guys so fast." I'm like, "Are you kidding?" The morning of, the two of us are out there taking photos. I'm like, this is so awesome. And she's like, "All right, I'll ask you again." in
She's
February."
like, you're the only ones that like this.
Seriously.
Yeah. One thing I was glad about is that snow didn't knock all like the leaves off the trees.
No, it didn't.
So like
Yeah.
fall. Sometimes if too much snow comes in, it's just like fall's over.
Yeah.
You know, and you're like, that sucks. But yeah, a lot of that beauty got to stay around for a while longer, which is nice.
Yeah.
But-
Oh, it was absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fall was. It was really nice.
And yeah, spring. I'm excited for y'all. It's just like it's like a cycle of life. Everything comes alive, and you know.
The best thing is people come back to life. 'Cause,
Yeah.
especially if the winter is longer. But yeah, like there is such a palpable sense of energy.
Yeah, buzz,
Yeah.
a buzz of
when
activity.
the weather does
Yeah, that's
start to
fun.
turn.
That's
It's
cool.
really
Yeah.
great.
What
Yeah.
about
Well,
you?
and I feel like people embrace the winter here too. I mean, it's going to be cold, so you can't really like avoid it. We've got a neighbor. I haven't seen her yet because it hasn't snowed enough yet, but apparently when second it hits, she cross country skis all day,
Oh, right on.
every morning.
Yeah.
She's 30 years older than I am, and she's
Oh, wow.
out there. Like
Fit.
everybody's
Yeah,
like,
that's
you will
that's a
see her
workout.
out there, and they set up the little rink, just kind of waiting for it to get cold in the park. And so I just feel like there's a full embrace of winter too, because
Totally.
you have to,
You
right?
got
And
it.
you
It's too many days to
Yeah.
not. To
yeah,
not do.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So like, why shy away from it? So I
That's
don't know. I mean, the Four Seasons is probably mine as well.
Okay.
Obviously, I like the proximity to my family. I mean, I think if you were to ask, it would be, we picked the Twin Cities because of its size and location, and then just the fact that like it does have weather. It has 4 seasons. It has like that change. I think we wanted all of those things. We wanted different weather.
Yeah.
Which I think anybody, if they were from Austin listening to this, they think I'm nuts because they love, they love the heat. They can't stand the cold. Like I get that.
To each their own.
All my friends, everybody gave us side eye when we told them we were moving to Minneapolis. I mean, everybody. They were like, "You're going where?"
Yeah.
We're like, "Yeah."
But the thing is, a lot of people don't know, like they don't know much about it. They
Yeah.
know it's cold.
Yeah.
They know Duluth Trading Company because of the commercials, right?
Shout out.
Shout out, right?
Yeah.
But like, it's
Yeah.
a lot of people, because I didn't know much about it, other than Prince.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a couple caricatures of
Yeah.
what we are here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People think real like, white bread, like very
Yeah.
basic everything, but yeah.
No, I mean,
I'd say there's more diversity here than Austin.
Yeah.
that's our experience
Anyway,
anyway. Just at a
We're
glance.
talking,
Yeah.
we've done another one of these with one of our friends named Muhammad, who came from Austin, and he said something very similar. He was surprised.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
having not the same kind of thing, like not really knowing much about the Twin Cities.
And yeah, he ended up in Kingfield, and he,
Oh, sure.
he was
Cool.
kind of like, man, the first time I was here, like I think you were showing him around or something, and he was, around the lakes in the spring, and he was like, what? Like, oh, it's way more diverse than I thought,
Yeah.
like way more culturally interesting than like, it seems.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, that's awesome. That's very
Yeah.
good to hear. What do you like the least? What do you dislike the most? How about we'll put it that way?
I miss HEB.
Should have been here last week.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, yeah.
I don't work
He
for
misses HEB. I miss
HEB's
breakfast
the
tacos.
best. I miss good breakfast
they're
tacos.
simple
But we
things.
haven't really. I bet you if we look.
Tell the listeners what HGB is.
HEB is a grocery store. God, it stands for, I don't know what it stands. Herman E. Butts, I think it is.
There's a guy, yeah.
It was a
Yeah.
guy's name, yeah.
But
Yeah,
it's
Herman Butts.
a chain in Texas, and it's a legit store. Their best one is called Central Market. It's their competition to Whole Foods, and Whole Foods is out of Austin too. And so it was their direct response to Whole Foods, and it just the amount of great stuff it has. They do their own barbecue, they have their own meat section, and they do a really good job of finding local companies that make something and then brand it and bring it into the store. And now that said, we are probably 2 miles from 13 different stores.
Yeah, we tried to count it up.
So even though the Twin Cities doesn't have HEB, I mean, the Fresh Time Market, the Kowalski's, the Lunds and Burles, Byerly's, I always screw that up. I mean, Cub's okay, and but we have all these.
Yeah, we were
You
just
would have
in
fit right in.
Cub is okay.
Yeah. But we have 3 co-ops. We got this place called Tim and Tom's Speedy Market, and we're like, when we drove like on our like walking distance, I was like, okay, that's gonna be like a fast like a gas station. It's a legit store. Their
very
meat
cute.
selection's awesome. So like we go to Tim and Tom's all the time just to walk down.
That's a great shout out.
Yeah. So like there's a lot of places to shop. Yeah. So that and breakfast taco.
And breakfast tacos.
What's
It's probably good that I'm not eating as many breakfast tacos as I used to, but
do you think there's a grocery store here that's closest to HEB?
no.
Have you,
So if there I mean, I don't know if they're in the city.
Actually,
Hy-Vee is the most
what about
similar.
Super Target? Hy-Vee?
So I would say
Hy-Vee is the
Hy-Vee.
most
We
similar,
don't have Hy-Vee
but
here. We have them in the
we don't have them.
Suburbs.
It's
suburbs.
suburbs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Hy-Vee
it's definitely
is-
going to be the most similar, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That's what I've always said.
Yeah,
But I'm like, but
it's true.
HEB people are probably going to be like, "Pfft."
They
You
don't
know.
They don't know, though. They've never been in a Hy-Vee.
That's fair. Yeah. Yeah. Or HEB people who come up here, and I'm like, Hy-Vee's probably the closest. I imagine they eye roll when
I
they
will
get
say,
in. They're like, I mean,
yeah.
not quite, but
HEB diehards like him. I mean, that's nothing tops it, which
Yeah.
is fine. It was great. It always gave me a little anxiety. There's just so many people.
But
in
it's
there.
funny.
But I mean, yeah,
All the
people
things
are
I
in love with
miss
it.
make you fat. I mean, so HEB, breakfast tacos. I miss Whataburger,
Yeah.
but In-N-Out's probably pretty good. But I don't need to do fast food all. I mean, we would go to concerts and be like, oh, we're gonna do a Whataburger run at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
I mean, we're 40 now.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's a good point. Yeah, if the
I
things
think
that you're
it's-
missing are the things that are like actually not good for your health,
Yeah.
maybe it's not the end of the world that you don't have access to those.
and I think like to answer your question, it's not like there's anything we like the least. I think you're just hearing that like obviously there were things about Austin that we loved, and so
Sure.
like we may miss them, but that's not a knock to the Twin Cities. It's just there's just things there that
Like we miss our
we
friends the
truly
most.
loved.
Yeah,
Yeah.
obviously,
And
but, like-
Austin's a beautiful place,
Yeah.
and we had a lot of. I mean, we spent 12 years there, so. But I wouldn't say that there's anything that we dislike about the
Okay.
Twin Cities at all.
How about the driving? We heard from
you guys are?
some
It's so much
Texas-
better up here.
Oh wow!
Like
We heard the
Yeah,
exact
Muhammad
opposite.
hates it.
Look,
Yeah.
look.
Maybe he's a bad driver.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he must be because.
Sorry. we're-
Sorry, guy, we don't know.
I told him like I'm not gonna come on here and say anything bad about Austin, but if there were bad things about Austin, it was
You
for
should-
No,
me.
we're not asking you to.
It was
to
the heat
down,
and the
yeah, to
traffic.
talk
I mean, those were the
bad
things
about
that
any
like
place, but yeah.
I couldn't deal anymore. It was the heat and the traffic. Just so.
Yeah.